In active voice, the subject of the verb is doing the action, and in passive voice, the subject of the verb is being acted upon. Did that confuse you? Let me clear your doubts. Hello everyone, welcome back to the English Web. I am Bhageshri. Of the 5 qualities of a verb that we have in English grammar, voice plays a very important role. In today's video, we shall be looking at what active voice and passive voice are, how to convert active voice to passive voice and vice versa. We shall also be looking at what is the significance of active voice and passive voice. And towards the end of the video, I have a few questions for you all. Most sentences in English are in active voice. When I talk about active voice, it is the subject that precedes the object. So it is the subject, then we have the verb, and then we have the object. For example, Mary distributed chocolates among her classmates. In this sentence, Mary forms the subject of the sentence. You have distributed, which is the verb, because that's the action that is being performed. And when we talk about the object, it is the classmates. This sentence is in the active voice. When I have to translate this or convert it to passive voice, I shall say, chocolates were distributed by Mary. So by over here is the key word. Every time you convert active voice to passive voice, by is the word that is always included. Because here we are taking the subject towards the end of the sentence. So the action is being performed on the subject in the passive voice. If I had to give you another example, I would say Ram was playing football with his friends in the playground. If I had to convert this sentence to passive voice, I would say football was being played by Ram and his friends in the playground. Over here, I am taking Ram and his friends, who form the subject, in the active voice. I'm taking them in the second half of the sentence. Okay, so I am saying football was being played by Ram and his friends in the playground. If I had to give you another example, I would say Ram was playing football with his friends. This sentence is in the active voice. If I had to convert this to passive voice, I would say football was being played by Ram and his friends. Over here, I'm taking the subject, which is Ram and his friends, in the second half of the sentence. So the action is being performed upon the subject in the passive voice. So if the sentence is Ram and his friends were playing football, football was being played by Ram and his friends. So over here the target or the receiver of the action, which is football, comes in the first half, and then we take the subject in the last half. Okay, so that is the highlight of passive voice. Now, when do we use active voice and when do we use passive voice? In most cases, we use active voice. Now, you must have commonly heard from teachers and mentors alike that we must always write in active voice. And in most cases, active voice is used when you're writing and when you're speaking. But when you're talking about scientific reporting, journal writing, passive voice is generally used. Passive voice denotes a sense of detachment, and that is the reason why we try and avoid using passive voice a lot. But there is no such rule as to when you should use active voice and when you should use passive voice. So these were all the questions that I have included as part of your active voice and passive voice exercise. If you have any more questions, please do not forget to drop them in the comment section below. Subscribe to the English Web if you haven't already. I shall see you guys very soon. Goodbye.